Here in Australia, we've got such incredible native botanicals. These native botanicals give Australian gins a really unique edge. It enables us here at Bass & Flinders to draw on those beautiful native flavours and create bright, fresh spirits that I guess push the flavour boundaries of what gin really can be. My name is Holly Klintworth and I'm the head distiller and managing director here at Bass & Flinders Distillery. It was first founded in 2009. My father, Wayne, was one of the founders, and it was really inspired by the local surroundings here on the beautiful Mornington Peninsula. Bass & Flinders was first established in 2009. We come from pretty humble beginnings, so we started out in the back of a tin shed on a winery in Red Hill. For us, the inspiration to establish Bass & Flinders really came from this desire to take on the finest of the French brandy. So we really wanted to take traditional distillation methods and put our own spin on them using local produce. And at the time on the peninsula, nobody else was producing spirits. So we saw it as an opportunity to really add value to the local region. Given there's so many vineyards on the peninsula, we chose to distill wine and turn that into our own grape-based spirit. And so what makes us quite unique at Bass & Flinders is that we actually distill our own base spirit from scratch on site. So what that means is we buy in Victorian wine, we distill that into a non-neutral eau de vie, and we use that as the basis for all of our gins, brandies and liqueurs. And it is really labour intensive and very time consuming to do it from scratch, but for us it's our stamp of quality. Our whole ethos is built around working with local businesses, sourcing local fruit, local botanicals as much as we possibly can, and creating high quality premium artisanal spirits. Being the first distillery established on the Mornington Peninsula and being one of the earlier distilleries in Victoria, you know, it's been really exciting to be part of this craft movement and see the Australian craft spirits industry be propelled forward so quickly, especially in the last 5 years or so, as more and more distilleries are popping up around Victoria. As we start to discover more and more native Australian botanicals at our fingertips, and there's thousands of them, we as Australian gin producers really can push boundaries and present to Australians and to the world a whole lot of unique flavours that no one's ever tasted before, and that's really exciting. So the really exciting thing about producing spirits in Australia is that while we do have definitions around what is gin, what is rum, what is brandy, what is whiskey, those definitions are quite broad, and that actually enables a lot of innovation in craft spirits, and that's super exciting. So for us, it's all about transparency and knowing every single ingredient that goes into every single bottle that we produce and bottle here on site. I love the opportunity of creativity and of pairing different unique flavours together and seeing if they work, seeing if they don't work. You know, as an example, our Angry Ant gin, one of the key ingredients in that is ant pheromones. You know, who would have thought that you could take ant pheromones and use it as a flavouring for a gin? But you know, this is the really exciting thing about getting to create new products with new flavours all the time. Gin is really the space that I can get creative. I can decide, you know, I love Szechuan pepper. I'm going to distill Szechuan pepper and I'm going to see how that goes in a gin and explore the flavour and the aroma and the texture and work that into a new product. Gin is really the space to be creative and to play with unique botanicals. You know, we use local Red Hill truffles and make a truffle gin, and that was fun. That was a fun exploration of flavour. I think at the end of the day, we're all working towards the same goal. We're all working towards this goal of producing craft spirits that Australia can be proud of, whether that's to be drunk locally or enjoyed overseas. I think, you know, there's a lot of international imports at the moment that a lot of bars and restaurants might still choose over a locally produced spirit, and I think that's something that we as an industry, a local industry, do want to change. We want to see more businesses and venues supporting local and choosing local. And then as far as exporting overseas, you know, I think we want to put our best foot forward. We want to produce great brandies, great gins, incredible whiskies and rums, and we want to share these products with the world, and we want to be proud of these products. At the end of 2018, we moved here to the Dramana Industrial Estate, which has turned out to be an incredible move because in this estate there's a rum distillery, 2 breweries, there's lots of different businesses in the estate. You can spend a whole weekend here. And yeah, so we've got this beautiful purpose-built facility here, and we've got the distillery door where you can come in and do tastings, try a cocktail, a gin paddle. We do grazing boards and charcuterie. Got a beautiful outdoor space as well as the mezzanine upstairs where we run our gin master classes, and those are classes where you can learn all about the history of gin and blend up your own gin recipe and walk away with a 500ml bottle. We also do cocktail master classes and taste and tour of the production facility as well. So we are open Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, and extended hours over the summer.